Okay, here we go. Okay. And we are live. Okay, Jesus Christ, my belly's hurting. I think it's still not showing up. Crap! No, you don't. Don't you patronize me. Listen here. Listen here. Let me turn the game audio all the way down. Or at least down enough so it's not master volume. General? Whoa, why are the numbers just decreasing? Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? Oh, the controller's jacked up. Oh, okay, cool. I definitely need to get a new PlayStation. It's so bad. Like, my controller just dips down randomly. No, it's just my controller's dipping down randomly. Like, if I let it sit, and if you're watching, you can see it. It'll just like, there it goes. It just starts taking off downward. Also, I'm inside a facility and there's bubbles. I'm not even going to explain that for myself. Oh, Jesus Christ. I made the switch controllers. Okay, welcome all one people that are here for this at the moment, and I know exactly who you are. You piece of shit. Anyways, Grim J-Rock. Everybody, welcome to the I'm Online podcast. We're not even going to give you real intros. You're going to have to figure this one out as we go, because we're going to give stories and explanations on where the hell this came from. How dare you give me the cricket? Who in their right mind? Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. So, Grim, J-Rock, y'all want to give yourselves your own introduction? Everyone can explain who Grim is.
No, I'm good.
He can't afford long introductions. As you know, and as many of us know, Grim is poor. He wants everyone to know that.
Yeah.
It's okay, Grim. Walk towards the light of the job employment application location. Get you a job. Holy crap, I scared the crap out of myself just now. It is hilarious. Jesus Christ, how are we back if this is the first time? People. It's the first time. We're back! We're back! With what? This is the first time they've been here. You over here trying to steal my podcast like...
Good job.
It's terrible. Hilarious but terrible. Jesus. This is terrible. Oh god. I just had ice cream and now my stomach feels funny. Listen, when is it the best time to eat cold things? When it's cold. All the time. Over here lying to myself. How do I make myself jump? There we go. Okay. So. Oh, Grim, you don't have Dying Light 2, huh? We definitely need to get you...
I literally just playing this game just to finish it so I can make space on my phone because my game.
Level
Like
1.
more than halfway.
Level 1. Level
No.
1. Told you. Level 1. He just started.
Am I guiding it? The Horde?
All the horse?
Horde.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. What is this game? Jeebs. Sounds stressful. Not as stressful as Dying Light, though. Oh, okay.
Yep.
That sounds like some bullshit. Well, that sounds like conflict global terror. That's funny. I mean, it's smart though. I mean, but but is that not strategy? You know what? You know what? He might have looked this up prior, because I don't think he would come up with that on his own. No? Oh. Wow. I'm impressed, I think. Yeah, oh god. I'm in a deep part of the ocean. He's always ran Iron Banner. Yeah, he said to Keitel that the only way she'd be able to take him away from it is she killed him. Yeah. So he's like, I want to quit my shit. It's all about gang. Lord Saladin of the West Side Crips. We have many, so. Uh-huh. Yes. That one and the Snyder cut.
I didn't see that one.
Oh my god, I'm stuck.
I got to see the Wakanda.
Lucky piece. I still have not seen it. Because we were going to go on with the Justice League. No, go on. Me, motherfucker. I haven't seen it. Yes. Yes. In that one I felt like he did okay. In that one. Uh-huh. Yes. Yeah. I know, okay, so I know they're trying to, oh my god. I know they're trying to do like something different for DC. Because their whole thing at first was like, okay, let's do catch up to Marvel and we're going to try to push things out. It did not work. So now their whole plan is like introduce parts of the comic that were like really like not hit or miss, but like were like their star-studded pieces. So I don't want to say it's not going to work, but I feel like they haven't. Well, that's what I'm getting at. Okay, like I feel like his acting for the Joker is good, but not for where DC is trying to take it at the moment. Like, what they're trying to do is perfect for him, but not this specifically. I feel like it's his thing to shine is gonna come later. If that makes sense. You know, like, I feel like what they're planning on doing for him will be good eventually, but not this. Like, not what they have coming up. Jan Grim, give your word.
I didn't see the Snyder one.
What?
Yeah.
How dare you?
It's okay. It's something different, but I'm not used to him like that.
What was your thought? Because here's my, I'm gonna ask you a rebuttal. What did you think of him? Never mind. Never mind. We're just gonna leave it alone. Say it. Yeah. Yep. You know, you want to know what I think that actually just comes down to? People, especially nowadays, are like more just off visual than they are off like the actual representation of things. Like everything is just quick. Like if they can just relate it to something quick and fast, then they're like, okay, we're going with it. If they can't do that, then they're just like hands off. Like, no. Because I feel like no, I just feel like people's attention span for shit has shortened to a point that like it's it's too much for someone to do like long term shit. Unless it's like something monumentous. Like the MCU is monumentous, but that's something that we all kind of grew up with. With like now, where DC's like, we're gonna revamp everything, and they're doing that in today's age where everything is just like short form content. Like everything's TikTok, shorts on YouTube. You do like a meme, which is just like a picture real quick. You're not doing like long term jokes and shit like that because there's so much to critique in that. You get that short, quick, and fast. It hits you real quick. Ha ha ha. Swipe and go. You know. So for a good portrayal for something like the Joker, I feel like he can and will eventually do a good job once he like nails it down. But I think the issue is just people's like relation to that is just so short. Like they're just expecting like haha crazy Joker explosions might almost kill somebody, fight Batman, go to jail. Like that's all they know about it. They're not thinking of like things like oh the story of the Jokers and the origin of the Joker. Like they're just thinking like short-term shit. Like I'm not saying that's the only issue with this Joker, but I feel like people's response to how they feel about him is connected to that in a sense too. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but it's just something I kind of noticed with like a couple things. Like, okay, a question for both of you. What is your favorite? What's been some of your favorite games in the last couple years? Right? Like name some off. Mine, Destiny, Final Fantasy. I'm app games. I'm liking Dislike, Kingdom Hearts. Like most of my shit is like story-driven RPGs. Grim, what about you?
Was it Last of Us, RDR 1 and 2?
Okay, so story games. J-Rock. I'm sorry, Anubis.
Yeah. No, they're not.
He already looked it up.
I feel like if they do, instead, it's not gonna be the same.
And then he gets shot in the head. No, okay, so with that being said, most of the games y'all pointed out, yeah, well, definitely that. So, most of the games y'all pointed out are like story driven stuff, right? That's kind of like our generation. You want a story to go with something, you want to immerse yourself in it, and your attention for it is like, you could tell me, I know J-Rock, you could tell me the entire story of Final Fantasy X, along with Final Fantasy 12, which Final Fantasy 12 is really fucking wild and out of control, and it was good, but it's just like, you immerse yourself in that game, as did I, and you could tell me the story. Same thing with Grim with probably RDR2 and a few other games, minus for like a few games we mentioned. Those games that we mentioned were like our kind of favorite games. They're also really popular games for us. Now, if you ask someone today, what's your favorite game? Fortnite. Oh, Minecraft. Uh, Battle Royale games. What's going on in the game? Are you run around and shoot each other? Oh, what? Yeah, and what else? What else? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like, there's no story for this stuff. There's nothing to like tap you in for engagement. Now, granted, it is. Yeah, well, that's fine. It's got high ratings. But what I'm saying, see, I know the story, but that's fine. But what I'm pointing out is like, okay, all these games right now, they're not really built for like story stuff because that doesn't grab people's attention. It's what can you do in the moment, something that you can make like a momentous occasion in the moment. You don't have to connect with the story because a lot of people don't. Now, oh my god, I don't know what that is. Now, there are games like God of War, like, what is that other, like, Souls type game that everyone was going crazy over?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, like, Stray, those games, like, heavy duty story games. Those games are doing really well. Oh my god, I have to go to the surface. Because the story is so significantly immersive and like it's got a long-standing thing for some of them, or it's just so rich in the story that it's telling at the moment that it's hard to fight that. So games like that are just obviously going to do good because they're a momentous thing on their own. But with stuff like long-standing, like Final Fantasy, like Destiny, that's been out for fuck almost 10 years now, it's hard for people to like immerse themselves into something that's already been out. Kind of like if someone goes back and watches like Dragon Ball, because a buddy of mine's actually doing that at work. He's going back, starting with Dragon Ball, going all the way to Super, and like he's having moments. That's not a bad idea. But like he's going back and watching all of that, and I'm like, well, it's gonna be a little different for you because when we were watching it growing up as kids, and like spoilers for if you have not seen it, when Goku went to Namek and was training and like everyone else was like at their peak and they were getting squashed by the Ginyu Force and you know everyone was getting just their shit pushed in, and then Goku shows up on the scene, feet planted, dodged the fastest two characters on the planet at the time with ease. Everyone went outside and was like, holy shit, like you lost in base. But like he did that and everyone was like, oh my god, like you had a moment with everybody. So it's different going back and doing that now. So like stories that are long term, it's hard for people to be like, oh yeah, I can connect with that, especially now when this attention span is just so much shorter. Like that's why a lot of the games now are people's favorite because it doesn't take attention span, it just takes reaction time. It just takes quick response to it. Like you don't have to have a long-term thought on it, just respond to it and keep moving. So I think that is part of the thing. It's not an issue, I would say, but that's why some stuff just feels like you have to either go like super duper heavy hard, like God of War Ragnarok, or God of War from 2018, or it doesn't matter. And that's cool because it pushes like, you know, developers to do really good on their game. A lot of times it's not going to be as good because, okay, you either just make something that's going to just grab everybody in the instant, or you're going to be left with like super saturated shit that everyone else already does. all the time. So I don't know. That's my little take on like kind of like gaming, and with it's kind of the same with movies too. Hey, give me that. Um, but like that's another reason why, and relating back to the whole thing you talked about, with Jared Leto. I don't know why I said his name like that. He's a good actor. He's not bad, but I feel like what he's gonna do is his role isn't ready for it. That could be it too. Yeah. And see, you can cuss, it doesn't matter. Like the killer. He's very murderous. Yeah. A he's a good actor. I'll give him this. He immerses himself really well because god damn man, like with Suicide Squad didn't they say he was doing like sending like dead pigs to people and shit and like they had to be like psych watch. Yeah, see? Like that's really hardcore method acting. And see, like, and that's something too. He's a method actor. I love method actors, but he's like super into his shit. Like like my favorite actor is Robert Downey Jr. and he's a method actor, but he goes to the extent where like and I guess it's just the role that he plays for like a lot of the movies, but he can grow in his role. I feel like Jared Leto, like he earns his persona and he's kind of stuck to it, like the Joker, Morbius, like the roles he ends up playing, they have room for development, but it's over a long extended period of time. So like it's kind of difficult for him to do it like as is right now because you know the role he has to play is like you have to immerse yourself in someone who is just consistent with the way that they are. It's a little funky. It's good, it's fine, but it's difficult for some.
They can put too much effort into it because half the people that go, or if not mostly all of them, don't see the comic books or anything. They just know that they're superheroes and supervillains and stuff.
That too. I'm glad someone brought that up. Yeah, he is
Because
not
like
wrong.
it's the same thing, like I said, with when Deadpool came out, so everyone thought it was child friendly. Ain't no damn child was friendly with that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Thinking it was Spider-Man.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know what the hell people were thinking. Like Ryan Reynolds too. Like he made a really good comeback, but they always knew he was gonna play Deadpool. Like everybody knew, even in the comics. Like they're like, oh yeah, make sure you have Ryan Reynolds play me, or I'll fucking kill you all. Like stuff like that. It's hilarious and it fits, but that's just like I don't know. I don't think he's a method actor either. So I don't know. That one's a little different. But he was like destined to play that role. I can't imagine anybody else playing Deadpool. I'd be really pissed off. Like Hugh Jackman coming back. To me, that's fucking cool. Like I'm excited. You didn't see the commercial? Dude, Ryan Reynolds is sitting there talking about Deadpool 3. He's like, we gotta figure out how we can make it something special. Something, something we can all share. And then, like, Hugh Jackman's in the background walking, and he walks up some stairs. He's like, hey, Hugh, you want to come back and play Wolverine one more time? And he's like, yeah, alright. And then there's, like, the Deadpool 3 but instead of like the actual 3, it does the slash of his claws. Yeah, that's a legitimate thing, and that I'm like fucking super hyped on because I'm like, oh yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's just the same thing with like Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man. Like there's no oh fuck, there's no replacement. Yep, yep. Just like with Black Panther, because luckily, well, we'll get into that next week after I go see. I'm going to see Black Panther this Friday, so we'll get into that later. But I know. Oh no, I know. I've heard a lot, like just of like responses to it. No spoiler stuff. Be aware. Yeah, yeah, I know. Well, but why am I hitting? Jesus Christ. Um, nah, I'm good. I haven't got nothing spoiled for me. Uh, but like, just because I know and because they showed it in like the trailers, like there's a woman Black Panther, but there was a woman Black Panther in the comics. Like, she was there. That was a thing. So that's why like Chadwick Boseman was like the Black Panther. Like everyone and their grandma fucking lost their freaking mind when they seen him on screen. Like he's amazing, and then he passed away, and everyone was like, "What are we gonna do?" And they're like, "Well, we can't replace him." Yeah, well, I wouldn't expect it to because none of what they're doing follows it exactly to a T. And I'm glad for that because they're mixing a lot of stuff up. Like it all follows, but it's not in line with like it's not literally like a word for word story repeat. And that's what I'm proud of. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I'm ready to see that. Did you see that video Rob posted about the Black Panther thing? Yeah. You know that jersey he was wearing? I have that jersey. That's just nice. I'll tell you where it's from after we finish up with this. Because when I found out, it's easy to find, and you're actually closer to it than I am. But I ended up being where it was at. But it's on sale for a pretty good price. Yeah. So yeah. I got that and some really cheap shoes that are actually really expensive for really cheap. I got a lot of cheap stuff that day. I don't know. That was our anniversary celebration. And then we went to Fogo de Chao, which was not cheap, but it was very much worth it, which is where I need to take you, Troy, hopefully Grim, if he ever wants to fucking hang out one day when I can drag him out of his dungeon.
I have to thunder drive.
No, but definitely you need to take a girl there, but I want to take you there before you take a girl there, because I want to take all y'all there, and then we can all eat and, like, celebrate, because that shit was fucking bomb. They have this Brazilian lemonade. Oh, bruh. Her shit are delicious. Brazilian lemonade. It is so good. And like where you sit, it's couches. It's like couches with pillows, and oh, it's just so fucking awesome. So comfortable. And it's a set price, all you can eat. You can literally sit there all day and just chow. Yeah. Meow, meow. Yeah. Nah, bro. They. So I'll tell you right now, that place, it's called Fogo de Chao. They cook it to what you request, bring it out on like a slicer, and they cut you slices, as many and as thick as you want, and you just load up this whole plate. You grab it off with tongs after they cut it. Load up your plate. You have a little thing. You flip it. You show like if it's red, they know to pass you by. If it's green, they're gonna stop and say, "Would you like a slice? How do you want it cooked? I'll go back and get it cooked for you that way if you want it that way." And then they leave, and there's like a whole little salad sidebar where it's like salad and fruit and veggies and cheese and all this other stuff. So like they bring that all to you, and you go up to there and you grab other stuff that you want yourself too, and it's just like continuous. Like they constantly are coming as long as that thing's flipped over green. So they're just constantly bringing you like, oh, here's a slice of this. Here's some chicken wrapped bacon. Here's lamb. Here's like, dude, that place is so good, so good. It is amazing. Yeah, you and your girl need to go after me, you, Troy, and Chappelle all go. Cause goddamn. Now it is kind of expensive, but I'll cover that because it's definitely worth it. For me and Edith to go, with everything that we got because I ordered special drinks and shit too. It was $100. That's before tip. But with as much as we ate and as much as that food would cost if I was just to go outright and buy it like that, I saved like $200 because lamb is expensive and all the other kind of meat that I got was expensive and I only paid 40, but it's $40 per person basically. And then you have like your charge for drinks, whatever. But spread in there, Say that to Swoozy. But nah, man, that shit was good. Like I'm so excited to go back. Nobody knows how excited I am to go back. My wife liked it, but I think because so many people kept coming up and coming by that like it stressed her out, and like I didn't realize until she told me. She's like, I'm getting stressed out. I'm like, why? And she's just like, everyone keeps coming over. I'm like, oh fuck. So I flipped my thing over and like all these people were passing by with like different cuts of stuff, and I was just like, oh, I want some. And I'll flip it over and like I swear, like 5 people like back to back just kept coming. They brought me this like, it's like not grilled cheese, but it's like a toasted cheese, and they poured honey on it. It was like eating a freaking like what's that called? Cheesy bread. But it was a whole thing of cheese, and it was so like perfectly sweet. It was like honey that they poured on it, but it tasted like butter and sugar. Dude, I was just like, ah. But you have to eat it right away because there's so much flavor. It is hot. It is very, 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 very hot, but it is so much flavor eating it that way. But oh my god, worth it. Can't wait. I want to go back so bad. My old boss, I told her about it. I was like, man, I went there. I finally went there. And she's like, oh, I have to go. I was like, let me know if you go because I go again. Like, I ain't shit, but I want food. And it was delicious. Anyways, yeah, that is like one of my new favorite. I think that might be my favorite restaurant because of the atmosphere. And the dude that was there walked up. He's like the manager. He's like, I just checked in with everybody. Wanted to make sure everyone was having a good time. He's like, I definitely came over here and noticed that you were having a good time, especially with that Destiny necklace. I was like, oh! I was like, hold up. He's like, I play Valorant and Apex. I was like, oh yeah, all right. I was like, cool, all right. But yeah, like the wait staff's real cool. The guy we got was new and he was getting his shirt all dirty, and he actually cut like a slice of meat, and he cut it so fast that he chopped the freaking metal pan, so like flipped in the air and landed on the ground. And he's like, oh god, that's never happened before. And he came over to us. He's like, I'm so fucking embarrassed. Like, I was like, oh, you just feel cool talking to me, right? But yeah, it was funny. It was funny. It was a good atmosphere. It was really nice and chill. Definitely recommend that. Like, I want to go back now, just because the food was so fucking good. Like, oh Jesus. But yeah, man, Fogo de Chao. And then the other place we went to in the morning for breakfast was First Watch. I know you said you've been there, but I got yeah, I got this chorizo plate, man. Oh, it's like a chorizo omelet, and then you have your choice of like greens, which the greens are really good. I'm not always like big for going for greens, but that was worth it. Or you can have fruit, and it comes with like avocado and it has like other shit in it. Man, oh, so good. Then they got a hot chocolate that's super chocolatey. Like no, no, they could have a whole playground in there, and they have no time for games, no time to play because that shit was fucking fire, fire. It was frozen fire, so it was fire. That cold burn. But yeah, that was a good time. And then yeah, I don't know, really nice run through for my single Friday. Cause all that happened in one day. So I say everything worked out perfect for moi. What about you, Grim? We haven't talked to you in forever because I've been working and working overtime and just been busy coming home passing out. J-Rock's been busy with his future wife slash working, and then me and him simultaneously not being able to get on the game at the same time. But what have you been doing? What games have you been playing? What adventures has Grim been going through?
I had to get rid of a car,
Got
a
rid of like
truck.
a real car?
Dad needed to sell it, and so 'cause we had 3 vehicles,
Oh, shit! You should have told me. How
and
much you sell it for?
and had to sell it real cheap because it was more like in the area here that we can't have too many vehicles in the obstructing the area. So my dad
Uh,
like just had to sell it for like basically dirt cheap, and some random fucking asshole came and stuff, and I had to be the one getting
you had to be the
haggling, and
car dealer.
it pissed me the fuck off because he tells me one thing and then I say he like my dad tells me he's like only like lowest will be 1,000 something. And I was like, okay. Guy comes in, starts talking about all this bullshit that like this the tires are a little bit wobbly. I'm like, fuck you, man. This is a piece of shit. It's like, yeah, he just made some stupid things, but I already knew what he was full of shit. So that's why I was like, he's all like the battery's getting a little bit worn. It's like, yeah, because I barely put the battery in. No, but like it pissed me out because you already knew that he was full of shit, and I wasn't budging for shit. Because he would just say, like $500 for this. I'm like, no, and I just walked away.
No.
I walked away, and then my dad was like, he didn't tell me in the beginning. It was more like we had to get rid of it no matter what. So it was like, oh, but he was just saying, no, he's gonna come back and it'll be like lower. And I was like, God damn it. So he comes back and he comes with a bunch of fucking people that I could care less about, and they start making some bullshit things. I'm like, man, these guys are fucking annoying. And it pissed me off because my dad sold it real cheap. Not 500 though. I was like, this fucking guy's a
Okay.
stupid moron. They're a damn moron if it came to that. Nah, I'm Egyptian. Nah, Latino. Oh yeah.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Hello. It's fine. Yeah. Like I said, it's like I had to. He was gonna haggle again, and it pissed me off because he was like asking for real cheap on the thing just because there were supposed things wrong with it, and I'm like, and he got these other his friends to make some bullshit that like there was something wrong with the engine and all this other shit. I'm like, man, this guy's pissing me off. And the one thing that got me more annoyed was that uh I already knew I had to sell it and everything, so I was like, okay, I'll just get like $800 or something, or 800 some, because like the battery is still new and everything and stuff. But bastard was still persistent, and I just fucking told him in Spanish to quit his shit.
So it's kind of like one of those, well, I'm kind of at the mercy of hurrying the fuck up and getting this shit done
Yeah,
versus
but here,
telling someone to go fuck themselves.
yes, and then not only that, is like that since I'm fucking don't go outside, you know damn well I'm pale as hell, and I had my fucking hair all fucked up and everything, because I didn't expect to go outside at all.
Mm-mm-mm.
So they thought I looked fucking weird when I freaking was selling the vehicle, and then
Look
when
at
I
this
wasn't
6 foot
haggling,
homeless man.
when I wasn't haggling for shit because I was like, it's not my vehicle, and he said this amount, and I was like, okay.
Hmm.
But since he didn't tell me in the end, it was like more like, oh, we gotta get rid of it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Pissed me off. Was like, he got his buddies to come like make some bullshit. I'm like, man, like, fucking annoying. And then they were looking at my other vehicle, which is supposedly mine and stuff and everything. And man, I had to tell that son of a bitch, I'm like, don't even look at that vehicle. I'm selling this one.
Don't look at him, motherfucker. I swear to God, I'll kill you. Like,
No, because like when we made the deal and stuff, he was just like bragging like with the other his friends and everything that like he got it for a good deal. I'm like, man, like I hope that motherfucking truck flips on your ass.
damn. I mean, it'd be his fault 'cause he's a dick, but still, damn.
Well, because he had extra money and stuff. He was just being a fucking haggler and like
Yeah.
getting it for dirt cheap. And then he even like flashed it, and I'm like, man, this guy's pissing me off.
Yeah, I can't stand people like that. You better than me
I
in
just got
situations.
I just got the money and stuff, and I went inside. I was like, man, fucking pissed.
Yeah. It's okay, man. It's okay. Hey, bro, shut your ass up. Don't worry about me. I'm talking to chat. I'm talking to Austin. Shout out to Austin. Mr. AA over here. Alcoholics Anonymous. I mean, Austin Allen. No, but I know how you feel, in a sense. I've never had to sell a vehicle because I've never owned one. But, well, now I do. But, nah, yeah, I've had several times that I've, like, been at the mercy of someone, and it's just kind of like, well, you don't have a choice, and you just turn around and you're like, man, fuck! Like,
My
just
that's
super
like
pissed
it
off
wasn't
first
even
thing.
mine since it was my dad's and everything. It's like if he had just told me like just get what you can, and that's it. I was like I wouldn't have freaking told him off the first time, just left inside. And then he comes with his fucking buddies like if he's gonna do some intimidation thing. I'm like, motherfucker, you're gonna start shit. It's like just cameras here and everything. It's like
This
whatever.
this is a gated community. The people that don't like us will shoot you because they like us more than they like
Yeah,
you.
like I said, it's like it's not the first shooting here.
It's not the first shoot. If I die, it won't be the first time someone didn't make it out
That's literally what I
alive.
thought because I was like, there's a group of them, man. It's like if something goes down, I'm like, well, at least I'm in the front, so
Well, at least
at
I'm in the front,
least
so
I'm getting
everyone
a
can
video.
see it.
Yeah.
At least it was recorded. It's fucking terrible. You don't even think like I could take one of them down. Like, nah, at least I'm going down on camera.
Well, I can only
That's
take the one that was
bad.
in front of me because
Your fucking thought was just like, well, I'm gonna take this L, but someone's gonna someone's gonna have to serve on a jury and fucking spend time in prison. Not like I'll fight this to the bitter end. I'll take this
well,
easily.
you know damn well you ain't got no chance.
Hey
Everyone
man,
talks about
you'd
that
be
fucking shit
surprised.
until there's a gun and stuff. How come people run away? You know what I'm saying? They hear sounds and
They hear
distress. It's
sound.
like,
That's just fun. Like you didn't try to fight it, and then oh my god, I already have the idea for the next episode of this shit. Actually, J-Rock, come back. I just need you for like 13 seconds. The next episode, we're gonna have a conversation on fights. Just like it's gonna be an all over the place thing. We're gonna discuss like game situation and other shit like that. But I need the main focus the next episode to be about fights, because we can talk about, yeah, both. We'll mostly focusing on that we've been in, but I know for one you're gonna bring up one situation that you were there for. For me, Jesus, oh god, it's gonna be hilarious. But yeah, cause Grim was, I know it was funny though, but Grim was just like, ah yeah, at least I was there where the cameras were. Like you weren't even thinking about fighting back. It was just like, if
oh
I
well,
get
it's because
killed, at
like
least it's gonna be on video.
I forgot to tell you the main thing. Like everyone, they're all smoking like crazy and stuff, and then like the one in the there was like one in the back and stuff. He had unlocked the truck without even having the keys. So I already knew some shit was gonna happen and stuff if I didn't tell it or anything.
Well, you should have called me and J-Rock. We got some demons we need to release. Just saying. I need stress relief like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's always nice to wanna go down fighting stuff. It's like, but if they have a
I'm not
gun, it's
going
like, oh,
down fighting. I'm eating people's faces off. I'm not losing this. Like, this is a fight. This isn't a boxing match. I'm here to win. Like what Beer said, this isn't a game. You're fighting for your life. That was in that entire movie. That was my absolute favorite thing I heard. This isn't a game. You're fighting to live. Like I was like, oh my fucking god, yes. That's how it felt. I was like, yeah, it's not a fucking game. What are you doing? Fight that man to the bitter end. Which one? Uh, oh, right, let's get out of here. Oh, and we're walking, and we're walking. Oh, some Def Jam fight from New York. Dun 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 dun.
get grazed by a bullet. Ow!
This nigga was.
Jesus.
That's right. And when the pigs show up, they gonna show up with the guns. We ain't gonna do nothing but show up with our guns. And they gonna start shooting. Oh, the we gonna start shooting. Yeah. We are fighting. There is no rules in this shit. Somebody might have to die for principles. I'm stomping people. Yeah. I'm in it to win. This is no time for games. I don't know what kind of world you kids were in, but when I grew up and we got into a fight, somebody was bleeding and there was a lot of respect when it was all over with. Yeah. In the yard. Why you say the yard like you're in prison? Wow. Heck, we both go to prison, to the same prison. God. Who is it that like every time they see each other they immediately fight? I'm trying to think. There's a couple characters like that. Just that's like Tom and Jerry basically. Yes, that's what it was. Peter Griffin and the chicken. That's what it is. It's like Peter Griffin and the goddamn chicken. It's just automatic. Like we get into this right now. Yeah, like those two, Tom and Jerry, and there's one other duo that's just like, as soon as they see each other, like it's on. But I can't think of who the hell it is right now. My brain is highly fuzzed right now. But yeah. Yeah. We're not gonna keep this going for too long. I wanted to get this first one out the way just so we could get like a standing in, get kind of like introductions, and get comfy. The whole focus of this is we're gonna try to do this every Saturday or Sunday night, depending on who's available, when and where and how. It's gonna be nighttime, sometime between like 9 to 11 that we start. See, we started here like 12. But yeah, shut up, Grim. Grim
So
also,
you're giving a person who doesn't have a job. So you're trying to give me a
yeah.
fucking schedule right now.
Look, man, 2022's been hard. We're trying to help everybody. We're doing this for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna add stress into your life. You have more topics to talk about, more stuff for the podcast. Cha-ching. Jesus. No, but Grimm's like super voice of like reality and reasoning. J-Rock's the voice of chaos and destruction. I'm just a voice that people know, so it just kind of like draws a few people in. But yeah, J-Rock's the rich guy. I'm halfway up to middle class, and Grim is living in a tent.
I'm living well.
He's Grim has been living under a bridge for a while. Pretty soon. Yeah, he's got an entire family, and he's feeding them all. He feeds his
With
entire
bullshit.
family. He's selling cars. Yeah, he's got a dad.
You're gonna be through that. How can they miss a birthday when I'm here?
You be surprised. You would be
I'm not a
surprised.
fucking ghost. I'm not a fucking ghost. Like if I stumble on it on my birthday, it's like, what was that noise? Just the
Well,
wind.
yeah, that's your fault. Or, or, like, or, I could just change my middle name to Casper. Me along with like several other 90s kids. Dad was never around. Or you could have a dad has so many kids to so many different women. He doesn't know whose birthday is when. So for your
Flip the
18th
coin.
birthday, he just goes to the freaking corner store, gets a beer and drops it off when you're not even home and doesn't tell you happy birthday until the next day later. You could have that dad. Oh my god. And you have to slam the door and move the left windshield wiper 98 degrees. Oh my god. I'm starting the next podcast with that story. It's gonna be about the next podcast episode title is despair. It's just 90s dads despair and fighting. Just all the sadness you can come up with so fast. Jesus Christ. What have we started? I don't even know. But we are reaching the hour mark. I don't want to push this first one too long. The next ones will be fine. Only partially because it's so late too. And my son made a huge mess, which I'm going to have to pick up. So, next time, either Saturday or Sunday, whenever everyone's available, because I don't have any idea what everyone has planned, we will pick this back up. I am T-MANtheHERO. You can find me here. All my social media links will also be in the link tree and in the description. So hit that, follow that. We'll see how Twitter goes. I was going to say, if you want to get in touch with me, message me on Twitter. J-Rock, where can they find you? Oh my god. That shit has been mad entertaining. Wow. Hmm. All right. And you also have TikTok. Don't forget about that. I need to help you create your link tree. I need to get you your link tree. I'm gonna send you the link for that so you can put all your links in there. So like whenever anyone clicks on the link tree, it just opens up everything. It's just like a huge like like opening blinds, and it's just like each little slit is like a different location. Grim, I know you don't really fuck around with most of anything, but what
Where can
we
you
are
find me from?
we're gonna
You don't.
you don't.
Okay?
I'm Grim Ghost for a reason. I'm a ghost. Jesus Christ. We're gonna force Grim to do stuff. He's not gonna take pictures, obviously, but because he's a ghost. But we'll figure something out. There we go. We're gonna have everything posted next time. I'll have it set in descriptions and everything. This time was just to get everything on the ground. You hit the ground and yeah, because it's hard to get started, but as long as you get started, things after that just kind of roll together. We'll snowball into something amazing here soon. But yeah, that actually is exactly at the hour mark. I appreciate everyone coming through, and until next time, I am out. Peace.